Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live plan with me. If you are here on the live, let me know that you can hear me okay. And if you are here on the replay, just let me know that you're here in the comments below. Today is the 8th. I will be planning out the week of the 9th through the 15th question mark? Yes. Amazing that sometimes I actually can know things. It's not like I don't have a million places to write this shit down, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, the 8th through the 15th, I will be using these Procrastiplanner stickers as I have been working on using them up for Project Stash Down. And then this mystery kit from Fern Creek stickers. I actually got this during their vault sale. This is their July 2021 mystery kit. And I just love all the flowers, and I'm in the middle of gardening as we're making this video, so this just seemed like a fun, happy thing to use. It's got multiple weeks worth of stickers, so this will not be the only time I use this, but I'm excited about it. Ooh, I can see all of you in the comments. Hello. It's good to see everybody. Oh, Steph, I'm sorry that you're having a rough Mother's Day. I'm not going to talk too much about Mother's Day today. I happen to dislike it. I am a mom, but I also lost my mom, and it's just always been on the hard side for me. So it's just, for all of you who have hard times during Mother's Day for whatever reason, just know you are not alone in that. All right, so what one of these, I think I'm going to use the sunflower one across the top. I'm glad to see everybody. So, this week has been an interesting one for me for various reasons. For one, I got into a car accident on Monday. Again. Fucking again. This time, though, it was not a hit and run. The damage, fingers crossed, is a lot less intense. And you'll see I'm bringing my car in on Tuesday to the body shop. So fingers crossed. But yeah, I wound up clipping somebody when I was leaving a pretty intense intersection that, did that not work? Well, fucking fine then. Fine. I was so worried I would push through to my planner that I guess I didn't push through enough. There we go. Yeah, so everybody was okay. Damage doesn't seem to be too bad, but like, Jesus, I just got my car back. And now it's going back to the shop on Tuesday. Fucking, of course it is. So there's that. I'm glad I was able to get my car in quickly too, Katie, because I called around and there are just so many places right now that are backed up because of like labor shortages and parts shortages and everything else. The fact that I was able to get in this next week was the result of me calling all over the place. Thankfully, though, my car is drivable. It was not drivable when I got into the previous accident. It is definitely drivable, though. So if I had to push it, I would have been fine. The problem was, though, is that what I didn't want was to have to push it so far that, to push it out so far that us driving to Oregon in July, at the end of July, would be at question. And like, you guys might be like, listen, that's months from now, but that's been like what the situation is like between the labor shortages and the time it takes for parts and everything else to get, because of all of the supply chain issues. So yeah, I'm just glad that I'm gonna be able to get it in, and that hopefully the damage will not be too big of a deal to get done, because I'm pretty sure it's just plastic damage to my front bumper. Oh, nice. Nice, Sarah. Your first Mother's Day without your kids. Your dad's divorce still in progress. Yeah. Yeah, I can feel that. That was kind of hard for me, especially when I was dealing with my ex-husband getting remarried. Not that like I said, I went through a phase where like I said, but I've said before that my ex-husband's wife is awesome and is a great stepmom to my kids. But at the beginning, I was naturally suspicious because, someone else parenting my kids. And it got real old to not only not have my kids on Mother's Day sometimes, but then to have my ex wish her happy Mother's Day on all the socials, but not me. That was hard. But at this point, I am actually fine with it. It's not my favorite. But that does not mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Just because Mother's Day is not my favorite does not mean that I will not tell them to make me the dinner I want. And I also have told Jesse, he's like, you don't like Mother's Day. And I'm like, yeah, but I know what I want for Mother's Day. And he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, I'm going to order myself a big houseplant. So if you guys know about my 2022 bucket list, my 22 things in 2022 that I want to do. And one of them was to have and keep alive a big houseplant in my dining room. I know exactly where I want it to go. Well, I didn't think I was going to be at a point where I would be comfortable ordering one of those until closer to the end of the year. I have managed to keep... How many houseplants do I have currently? Let me find out. I currently have, plant-wise, 25 plants. Of those 25, this is not counting my green stalk, which is outside and is doing fine, although my green beans have not germinated yet that I have seen. And so I am suspicious that maybe they are not going to germinate and I'm going to have to put something else in that tier. But in the meantime, everything else in the green stalk is looking good. But no, I have 25 plants in my Planta app. And of those, I don't have my green stalk in the Planta app because it's like 30 plus different plants in one thing, with the watering being controlled by one thing. And so I couldn't figure out how to put it into the Planta app. So I'm just checking it every day, which is why I'm putting it in my planner, and I'll put it in my planner this week. Oh man, Andrea, I'm sorry. I'm hoping that my insurance is probably going to go up. I'm just expecting that, but I don't even know anymore, you guys. So, my Planta app has 25 plants. Of those 25 plants, 4 of them are on my patio. 3 different basils I picked up, and I'm going to vlog tomorrow. I was going to try and vlog this weekend, but I was just too exhausted. So I'm going to vlog tomorrow, and what I will do is I will show you everything in the green stalk, so you'll be able to see that. That'll actually come out later this week because I was supposed to vlog for Thursday's video, and I haven't done that yet. So, oops. Hashtag professional. Anyway, so I wound up getting 2 different basils from the plant sale because I fucking plant my whole green stalk, and I planned the whole thing out, but I didn't take my list with me, and I didn't wind up buying fucking basil for the green stalk. I bought, what herbs did I get? There's room for 6. So I have a whole tier of herbs, so there's room for 6. So I got garlic chives, because they sounded yummier than regular chives, and we're a garlic-loving family. I got flat leaf parsley, which is probably one of my most used herbs ever. Spearmint for our iced tea. Catnip for our iced Lucy. What did I get? Cilantro, which is another highly used herb in this house. And then I got lemon verbena, which I think was the wild card, which accidentally took the place of the basil. Whoops. So, yeah, basil, the herb we use the most. Didn't buy any. So it actually makes more sense to have it in its own pot so we can have bigger basil. So I wound up buying a large leaf Italian basil and a dark blue, it's called the opal basil or something. The purple basil. I got those. And then I also got a Trader Joe's basil plant for just more basil because we go through a lot of it. And so those are replanted in the pots in the backyard. And then I also wound up getting 6 lavender plants for the front yard. Just looking at the comments really quick. Yeah, we had eventually put it into our agreement that Mother's Day and Father's Day go to the prospective parents, but that wasn't how it originally worked out. We just didn't have it really set that way. And because our agreement is not a court enforced one, it didn't always work out that way, but it's fine. I'm not too shook up about it anymore. This week. All right. So the farmer's market was great, Andrea. I went with just Jesse and Layla, both of my kids. Well, RJ was never really into going in the first place, but Kat was going to go, and then they were like, nope, just kidding, I want to sleep, which I don't blame them for. They are a teenager. Well, they're technically not a teenager anymore. Technically, Kat is an adult, but yeah, I was like, yeah, that's fine. All right, so I'm going to continue on. I guess I didn't show you last week. Last week, aside from the car accident that I wrote in here, it went relatively okay. I did not check my blood pressure at all this week, and I probably should have. The Roomba thing is starting to work. So I'm going to continue to do the same thing that I did this past week by putting the Roomba situation right here. We'll do yellow. Yeah, apparently pothos, golden pothos, is supposed to be like an indestructible plant. Like it can take a lot of neglect. That is one that I have. It's hanging, so because I know it's toxic. It's hanging, so neither of my pets can get to it, but it's not doing so well. And so whether people say they're supposed to be able to handle a lot of bullshit, I don't know if they've ever met my amount of bullshit before. Anyway, but I want to get a big plant, and I know which one I have my eye on. I have my eye on because I have specific requirements for this large houseplant. And they are as follows. My specific requirements are as follows. First, it needs to be big. I have to be able to order one that's already big, or like go buy one that's already big, because I don't want to wait. I have a fiddle leaf fig that is hanging on by a thread, but it's up high in my nook because it's toxic. I don't want neither Lou nor Layla show any interest whatsoever in chewing on my plants, but I still don't want to risk it. So I still don't want to risk it. So it's important to me that the large house plant be one that is not toxic, so that my pets can't, get sick from it, because it's going to be somewhere where they could reach it. It needs to already be at least somewhat big. I have to be able to get a big version of it, not a medium version that I then have to wait 85 years for it to grow, because I'm impatient as fuck, which is part of why I've struggled with plants in the past. So that it needs to be non-toxic. It needs to be able to be in partial indirect light, because it's going to go in my dining room in between these two windows. And while it's windows, it's also on the shaded side of my house. So the plants that go there need to be okay with not getting like bright, like Gremlins bright light. They have to be okay with that. And then your golden pothos is named Planty. Yeah, I moved my spider plants to a different spot where they're in the same room now. They used to just both be called Spider Plant in my Planta app because they were in different rooms, so I knew which one was which. But now they're both in the kitchen, and so they are now named Wee Spidey and Big Spidey. Wee Spidey and Big Spidey. So there's that. It has to be able to handle that kind of light. It has to be able to be big already. It needs to be non-toxic, and it needs to be aesthetically the kind of plant that I want, because there are some that are non-toxic that have like long stem but then like the leaves at the top. I don't want a fucking palm tree. I'm fine with palms, and the one I want is a palm, but I don't want one that like looks like a palm tree. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me show you the one that I'm interested in. This is the one I want. I want a areca palm, like a bamboo palm. This is the one I want. See, it's recommended for me. Part sun, medium watering, easy, not toxic. That's what I want. And I'm going to put that in my... And there's a plant place online that's called Bloomscape, and they sell 41 to 55 inch palms like that, already potted, that you can order for like $200. And so what I want to do is just check and see if our garden center has one that's that height that I'd be willing to pay a little bit more to buy it locally. Not that it's local, a lot of houseplants are shipped in, but like I'd rather be able to just go pick it up. But if that's not going to work, then I will probably order it from them. And I told Jess, he's like, you don't like Mother's Day. I'm like, I don't, but that doesn't mean I don't want a present. Yeah, and it'll look really good in there, I think. So that's my hope. All right, so where were we at with the Roomba? So we did the kitchen. So basement needs to stay on Saturday. I haven't done it yet because I didn't wind up doing it yesterday. But Saturday is my for sure not work day, and so that's the day to do the basement. I have the burps. I'm just going to put the same schedule this week that I did last week. Even though that means kitchen is 2 days in a row, trust me, I could probably do the kitchen every single day and have it not fucking change anything. So this last week I ran the Roomba at 4 days of the week. So it's a start. Let me get my habits in here. Thanks, Mindy. Hi, Jessica. Oh, the name of the plant app is Planta. And yes, Jane, I do prefer the premium version. I specifically got the premium version. Oh, I don't remember what all. Partly because I needed more than watering. I wanted to know about like fertilizing and shit like that. Partly because it gives you the option, and this has actually been really helpful for me, of using the Identify Plant by Picture tool, where you can, and using like the Dr. Planta feature for like if your plant is sick. I've used both of those features quite a bit, and so it was worth it to me to get the premium version of Planta. But the standard version of it is just fine. Planta is, for those of you, the app is called Planta, so the word plant with an A on the end of it. I got recommended it by Bess from Lights Planner Action. She recommended it to me when I first got my my houseplants back in Napa. No, Pam, the Roomba does not mop. They make a separate like device that does mopping, but our floors don't get so crummy and nasty that we need to mop all the time. I have one of those Bissell Crosswaves for emergencies, mostly because actually filling up and utilizing a mop bucket is something that's hard for me to do with how my bending over is. And so being able to use something like the Bissell Crosswave just makes it a lot easier for me to clean up like messes. But the house cleaners do the mopping twice, because we have them come in every other week, and that has been enough. We're not as gross as I guess we used to be, so I think we're okay, but I'm not sure. They do, Pam, they do make one. They make one that mops. I just don't remember what it's called, but it's the same company that does the Roombas makes a mopping one. They're not the only ones, I'm pretty sure. If you look up like a mopping robot online, you might be able to find one that does what you want. Our kitchen's ever clean. I live by myself. I'm in no. Oh, what am I looking at here, Teresa? Your third pair of what? Fur babies. Oh, okay. There we go. Going through. Margie says, what do you do when the pen holder on your planners break? I've glued it and I've never working. I never use a pen holder, so I'm not a good answer person for this. I don't know. How is Planta for outdoor veggie gardens? Okay, so I do not have it for my green stock, but I do have it for my patio plants, which are currently 4 plants. We have strawberries, we have wee basil, we have big basil, and then we have the African blue basil. Because these two had the same plant name, they're just 2 different sizes of plants. These are different strawberries than the ones in my green stock. These strawberries I bought at the farmer's market yesterday in a hanging planter, but I actually couldn't find anywhere to hang it, so they're just currently sitting on our outdoor patio table. But these were already starting to fruit, and I wanted to have some strawberries that were already going, because the ones in the green stock are going to take, they have flowers, but they're not quite ready to start creating strawberries yet. So this works real well. You can put outdoor sites here, so you could give it a try. I would try the free version and see what it does. I love this picture of Lucy. Oh my God, it's one of my favorites. It's him on the stairs, which is one of his favorite places to be. Yeah, our Roomba, we have hard floors in the whole main level of the house with the kitchen, the dining room, and the front room. And then the rest of the house is carpeted for the most part, except for like the hallways and the bathrooms. Okay, so this week I do have some tasks to move over from this last week. I need to update a credit card and it's the fucking, when you have like a debit or a credit card and it expires and you get the new one with the new number, but it has the different expiration and the different security code on it. And then you start getting notifications from all the places that have your automatic bills set up. I'm starting to have that happen to me. So I'm also too lazy to go and just look and update it. I'm just waiting for the different services to be like, bro, give me your credit card info. Replace filter. I finally ordered my microwave filters. It took a while to figure out which ones were the right ones, which kind of pissed me off, but whatever. I'm gonna use green this week. And then I have to send a check to Kat's summer camp. Okay, now that we've gotten all that done, let's put in some more shit. I really liked this, even though I didn't do my blood pressure, I did like the setup of having the blood pressure and the weather here, and then the green stock down here, and then the dinners at the bottom. So I think I'm going to do something similar on this one. Yeah, the crosswave is both, Pamela. That might be the one you need to go for. I'm just going to use up all the fucking washi tape on this, I think. Oh, you're engaged, David? Congratulations. Congratulations. If you've never seen that video on YouTube, I don't know how the fuck you would find it, but it's so funny. Congratulations. I also have not finished my family planning stuff this week. So like I'm going to be putting in Layla walks, but not with the times on them because I don't know what time I'm walking her yet. I went to go see if Jesse was ready to tell me, and he was in the middle of healing a raid in World of Warcraft. And so I had to, we're going to have to do it later. So my planning is woefully behind today. All right, there's that. And then we'll do this guy here for the green stock. So I'm going to use up all the washi tape. Because why not? Oh, hi, Kristen. red greened the storage shed. What is red green? I know radials are important. So what did we get done though this weekend? We got a lot done. I got my living room shelves finally done, which was actually on my goals list for last month, but I didn't finish getting to it. So that one's done. So all of those tall, like ceiling high in our vaulted ceilings bookshelves are all finished. Not only that, but I also had in the same time frame redid the nook, which was not on my list of goal stuff, but was something I knew I was going to want to do. And so I'm feeling very good about that. I went hella grocery shopping. Oh my God. I hadn't been in a couple of weeks because I wasn't feeling good. And then the car accident, and like my kids and Jesse were like, oh my God. And they were like, we're going to go. Except when they go, they don't bring home enough stuff to do anything. So I was like, I'll go. So I went to Costco, I went to Trader Joe's, I did a pickup order at Target. I got all that done. We have food in this house, and I think, is that a new slice tool? It's the one I got that Julie recommended. Yes, I like it better than the regular knife. I feel a little less worried I'm going to give myself tetanus. Do I still play Animal Crossing? I do. From time to time, but I haven't recently. It's like one thing will occupy my fucking hyper-focus time. And for a while it was Animal Crossing. Then it came back to Animal Crossing. Now today, recently it has been Magnificent Century, but I finished season 2 and I'm taking a bit of a break before I get into season 3 because season 2 ended so satisfyingly. And so, yeah, I am in the process. Oh, maybe I'll put these meal planning stickers down too. I am feeling good. Everybody in my house, including those of us with mental health, are all in a good place right now, which feels really good. So there is that. Things are just, I mean, as long as I can stop getting into goddamn car accidents, I think we could be hitting a good stride. That's it. That's all we need to do is not get into car accidents. I'm going to put in the AB days too. I'm going to go in order of the colors. A, B, A, B, A. Almost done with that, though. I think only 2 more weeks of AB days, and then it's finals week for RJ, and then summer vacation, which I will tell you, as an adult, I recognize that summer vacation is not a thing, even for teachers who ostensibly get summer vacations, but often have to use so much of that time with unpaid professional development, right? Like it's one of the things that happens that nobody warns you about as a kid is how much like everyone's all excited for summer vacation and then suddenly that just gets taken away from you. But there is an aspect to summer vacation that is totally underrated in my mind. Totally underrated in my mind. And that aspect is not having to get your kids up for school. Because if your kids are anything like mine, they are not happy about being woken up. And like RJ is a morning person. He doesn't wake up in the mornings when he doesn't have to. But after he like shakes the sleep out of his eyes, he's usually in a good mood in the mornings. Little shithead. So that's not a problem, but for Kat, oh my God, Kat and Jesse both are just at their most like anxious and annoyed in the mornings, and it's just like fucking pulling teeth in the mornings to get them going. So yeah, that's the reason I look forward to summer vacation, is not having to deal with that shit in the mornings. AB days are for school. Yeah, Colette. So the high school that my kids, well, RJ now goes to, is on an AB schedule. What they do is you have 8 periods or 8 periods, but well, 9, I guess, if you count advisory on Wednesdays, but like you get 8 different classes, but you only go to 4 of them a day. And RJ has 7 classes plus advisory. So he doesn't actually go to school at the same time every day. On A days, he goes in at 8 a.m. and on B days, he goes in at 9:45. So it's just important to make sure to put those in so that I don't lose track of what day it is. Because if I lose track, then everyone in my house loses track, because as I have learned in recent days, as my fatigue has gotten really bad, my knowledge and capability as a family project manager is essential in our house for shit to stay on the rails. Because if I don't do that, then shit falls apart, which I've been having a lot of trouble lately with fatigue from my kidney disease. And so it has definitely been rough around here. We actually I put in my Makselife reflections that Jess and I had a really good conversation about making some more adjustments to our meal planning style of things because I am so fatigued. He wants to be able to help, but if he doesn't know he needs to help until like the last minute, then dinner just becomes a hot mess. So we worked on that, which is great, but it just means that I need to be a little bit more careful. All right. Let's look at the comments. Natalie, good luck, man. Good luck with all of that. So, anyway, I am in a really good mood. Partly because my family's in a very good mood. And it's not that my mood is dependent on the mood of my family. That's not the case. But you guys know, if the people around you and the people that you love are having a hard time, it makes it so that you have a harder time. And not in a like, oh, I'm so selfish. Be in a better mood so I'm not in a bad mood. No, it's not about that. But it is about like just being, generally speaking, the whole vibe of our household has gotten better in the last couple of weeks. Fuck. Car accidents notwithstanding. I'm just looking to see if there's anything on this list that could be green stock related, but no, so I'm just going to write it in here. So I'm just putting this in here so that every day, hopefully in the morning, although what was happening this last week was on days when it was going to be below 40 at night, I would check the green stock first thing in the morning, but I would also check it right before it got dark, so I would cover it up if it was going to be that cold so that I didn't worry about losing any of my plants. I think I might be past that point now, but I still have to keep an eye on it, and I still need to check it every day to check and see if it needs water, which every day thus far, it has definitely needed water. So just having it on here every day in lieu of my plant, because every day I do check my Planta app. But like I said, I can't figure out how to enter the green stock into the Planta app. So instead, I am just going to do it this way. Although I do need to put something on my monthly, like regular calendar as like an alert to let me know when I need to go back in and fertilize. I'm sorry about your week, Jessica. Yeah, I am not, I also, because I work for myself, I don't have to start work first. I can like sleep in a little, and I probably will this summer because I'm so fatigued from the kidney function going downhill. All right, let's get some weather in from Monday through Wednesday. We did have a really weird moment last night. So yesterday, And I thought it was, maybe I was just losing it. And then I read an article about it today. So it was not just us. It was all over the Denver metro. It was fucking hot yesterday. It was in like the upper 80s and it was beautiful. And then in the afternoon, like in the late afternoon, the temperature drops. It's windy. And then the temperature drops like 15 degrees. And then it starts smelling like poo. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? Well, apparently what happened is that a cold front blew in, hence like the temperature dropped so quickly. And then it blew in like the manure smell from some of the farms. But I was like, why does it smell like poo? Anyway, yeah. Okay, so got the weather in for those couple days. Let's get going. Like I said, I will not have my Layla walks on... I will not have my Layla walks specifically figured out yet because we haven't done that yet because Jessie is raid healing and God forbid I interrupt. But I'll just put them all here for now, Layla. It will probably be... I just don't know when they're going to go yet. So we'll figure that out later. What the hell is the red-green snow? Any ideas for anchoring balloons to make them fling mid-air? Fling? Question mark? Yeah, see, I went to UC Davis, and while there were some smells, because it's a farm school, there were some smells. They only have freshmen in the dorms, and the warning that we had gotten was do not request the tercero dorms, because there were segundo dorms, tercero dorms. There were several different dorm complexes. The tercero dorms were right next to the dairy farms on campus, so they were the stinky dorms. I did not live in those. I lived in Segundo. I wanted Segundo specifically because it was the only dorms at that time that had guaranteed air conditioning. Okay, so Monday, aside from a walk with Layla, which I don't know when it will be yet, the other things, I don't have much on my list for tomorrow, which is good because I'm going to just put this here. So aside from a walk with Layla, which I still don't know when that will be yet. The only things I have on my list, I have a phone call at 7, and then I need to call Walgreens. I thought I was fucking done with this fucking malarkey, but I was not. I need a couple of prescriptions filled, and apparently I sent one, or both of them, to the Napa pharmacy. So I need to call them and get them to move it to the Aurora pharmacy so I can get my meds. Whoops. Just when I was starting to feel like I had gotten under control with my prescriptions. Damn it. And then the other thing I need to do, besides calling Walgreens, is I want to go to the plant store and get a couple of small house plants because once I reimagined and moved everything around and repotted some things, I have space on my windowsill for some extras, and I went today, but it was fucking slam packed. So, which is not surprising. All right, so maybe what I will do is use this full box here, and then I'll put a to-do sticker across the top for these two specific things I need to get done tomorrow. Well, I need to get one of them done. I want to get the other one done. Call Walgreens. And then Nix. Was I going to write century instead of center? What the fuck? Okay. And then I have a phone call, and I want to leave a little bit more room just in case. So I will. And then I know on my to-do list for tomorrow includes, there's another thing. Oh, I have to check in for an appointment. And I need to hopefully get in contact with State Farm because I have a question about part of my claim. So those are definitely on my list for tomorrow, but the rest of it will get put in tomorrow. The Red Green Show, it's a Canadian comedy show about a handyman dude and his various friends who try to solve household problems with as many shortcuts as they can make. That sounds like something my dad would watch. My dad thought you could fix everything with duct tape and WD-40. All right, Tuesday I have a lot happening. There's a lot going on Tuesday. So I have a Layla walk at some point on Tuesday. I really want my Layla walk to be during the afternoon, so I'm going to just try and emphasize that to Jess because as you're going to see, my morning's got some shit going on. Maybe what I'll do is I will utilize one of these boxes for my 2 appointments in the morning. Plus I need to put in my video that's going up that day that I haven't edited yet, but I'm excited about it because it is clean color dot pen related. Put this little car here because I have car shit to do. And I'll use some of this blue washi. Well, I need to save some of that though because Jess is going to go to the office on one of the days this next week, and I don't know which one yet because, like I said, we have not done our family situation yet. I guess I'll just use a scrap here. MacGyver, is it a documentary? Ooh, it's on YouTube. I'll have to check it out. Maybe I'll watch that as my break before I go back to Magnificent Century. Please do not misunderstand me. I'm still very much enjoying Magnificent Century, but knowing the history and how good it felt at the end of season 2, I just know shit's about to go downhill quickly, and I'm just not ready for that yet. So I need to take a break from it for a little bit. Although what did I watch? So if you have HBO Max and you are at all into musicals, the Spring Awakening documentary was really good. I enjoyed it. Okay, so 8 a.m. I have to go to the auto body shop to drop off my car. And then at 8:30 a.m., I need to go pick up my rental car. Which will probably take a little longer than that because when I made the rental car appointment, I didn't realize how far the rental car place was from this, and so it's going to take some time. The smoky one, I heard somebody found it on scrapbook.com, but I'm imagining they'll show up again. They just weren't prepared for the demand, although that seems silly, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem silly that they were prepared for the demand? No, you don't need to have seen Spring Awakening to watch the documentary. Yeah, it's out. It's excellent. The music is good because they intersperse stage show versions of the music with the benefit concert. And Jonathan Groff, I already knew this, but from everything I had heard, but Jonathan Groff just seems absolutely delightful based on what I saw in that documentary. So there is that. And then my patrons have a live stream with me. We're going to finish. I had this set of gouache I was going to swatch with them, and it took so long. It's one of those jelly gouache sets. It took so long to unwrap, and I was only unwrapping the last third of them that I was only able to swatch the first 2 rows out of 8 rows. So we're continuing that process on Tuesday. And then my kid has a doctor's appointment at 4:15, and it's telehealth. Fucking thankfully. Is that everything on Tuesday? I think that's everything on Tuesday. Yeah. All right. And so then Wednesday, I don't have anything on my list yet, which is good. That might wind up being the day Jess goes into the office, I'm assuming, but we shall see. So I'm going to just put this here for now and then leave the rest open because I don't know what Tuesday is going to be, but I do want to put in that Chipotle. They're doing a dine and donate type thing for the instrumental program at the high school. And even though neither of my kids were in instrumental music this year because Kay had swapped over to choir and RJ, oh, fuck my life, I ripped it. No. RJ had basically, the pandemic basically destroyed RJ's love of his freshman year when he was supposed to be indoctrinated into marching band. Wound up being the pandemic. So it's difficult for him. He kind of lost his momentum there. And so he did not. But I still want to support it. And it's Chipotle. And we are a Chipotle enjoying family in this household. So it would make sense that we would go for a Chipotle dine and donate if possible. Especially because it's the one right by our house. Because, oh my God, nobody told me that Colorado was lousy with Chipotles. All right. So that's Wednesday. I'm going to leave it blank for now until I know what Jessie is doing. The kid is from Fern Creek stickers, Rebecca. Jelly gouache, Teresa, is gouache in general is basically if watercolor and acrylic had a baby. That's kind of, yes, Sarah, basically a whole day experience. All right, I see Irene. There are 2 new sets of colors for the Zig Clean Color dot pens, and I may or may not have a video coming out talking not only about those, but also about potential dupes for dot pens on Tuesday. So stay tuned. I'm like, okay, Gabriella asked, have I tried Personal Planner? Yes, I think. Did I do Personal Planner? I think I did. Years and years ago. I think I did a review on them. Layla's doing great, Gabrielle, yeah, she's doing good. She is coming out of her shell more and more every single day. All right, so Thursday, I have another video going live that I have to film still. I don't like that those are the same pattern, but I'm using my scraps. I'm scrapping it. So yeah, the Spring Awakening documentary was lovely. And I still want to watch The Way Down. I haven't watched it yet. I also, what else was on my list? There are a few things that were coming out that I was really excited about, and I don't remember all of them. I mean, I'm excited about House of the Dragon. By the way, the new teaser trailer is out. So if you're at all interested in that, hell yeah. And if you're worried because season 8 of Game of Thrones was such a fucking hot mess, don't let that ruin it for you. Because because House of the Dragons material, while the Fire and Blood book, they're still waiting for one more volume of it to come out. All of the material that is going to be covered in the House of the Dragon show is done. It's all finished. It's written. You can find out how it ends by going and looking. You can read the whole story. It's done. In NYC, you can guarantee a Chipotle within a 5-block radius. Yeah, there's Chipotles fucking everywhere. I could walk to like 2 or 3 different Chipotles and a couple of Qdobas. They're fucking you know what else is lousy around here? I was talking to kids about this the other day. Arby's. Hella Arby's where we live. I had like we lived in California, I knew where one Arby's was within like a 50-mile radius, and here there's fucking Arby's everywhere. You could like spit and hit an Arby's. Okay, so I have a phone call on Thursday. Kat has a doctor's appointment, and then I also I want a meal plan on Thursday. So those are all my businesses, my businesses. You're going to your first concert tonight? Good times. Yeah, the new dot pens are not double-sided. None of their new colors are. Not just the new ones that just came out, but also the newer set that they came out before that, the mild set. Again, I'll talk all about this in the video. There is something to be said for that. Buff asked, did I get to the UU church today? I did not, and I actually didn't go last week either. I thought I was going to, but I was feeling so crummy. What I did do, though, was fill out their like new person visitor form, which I hadn't done yet. And I actually got a phone call, which is on my list for this week to follow up. Because I got the call. I was doing something, so I didn't pick it up. Also, and you guys probably can feel this, if I don't know your phone number, fucking screen the shit out of your phone calls. So they called me to like introduce themselves, like the people from their welcome committee, and I want to call them back and chat with them. So that's on my list for this week. What was I doing? Meal plan. That goes here. Do we have something that works for that? I'll use this mild liner. Why not? Does it make any sense with what I'm doing? No. I don't care. Okay, mild liner. Meal plan and grocery list. Oh, it's also trash day. So maybe I'll put that here. Yeah, Arby's does still exist. If you're wondering where Arby's is, they're all here. They're all here. You can go to a different Arby's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and not have to fill your gas tank. So many fucking Arby's. I don't understand it. Yeah, I've seen some videos on like the person and everything that the way down is about, so I'm not terrified of watching it. Trash, also recycling, because our recycling does not come every week, and I need to start putting it on here because we keep forgetting. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, but yeah, House of the Dragon is the one I'm super interested in coming out. What else did I have on here? Oh, phone call and doctor's appointment. I'll do this for the phone call. This little skinny mini, because I can probably listen to, it's a phone call that I'm just listening in on. And then a doctor's appointment. And I have to make sure that Kat checks in on that following day, that previous day as well. So we'll put that here so I don't forget. Boom. What time is it? And this is when I have to drive to, so I need to remember that. All right. And then Friday. Yeah, basically, there's just, it's like all the Arby's came here. Yeah, roast beef sandwiches. Now I kind of want one, and I know I don't like them. So this is the problem. Arby's gets you because you hear hot roast beef sandwich, and you're like, and then you get one, and it's like, ew. And so then, yeah. All right, where we at? Friday. Friday, I want to go to the grocery store. I'm supposed to have lunch with Keisha. We were going to have lunch a couple weeks ago, but she needed to cancel, so we're going to try it again this week. And then it's also Friday the 13th. Hell yeah! So I think Jess and I should try and do a date night on Friday night. Maybe even if it's just to get delicious food and then watch a movie. Because it's fucking Friday the 13th, people. And payday. I need to put that in here. Because even though payday is usually the 15th, I'm going to just do it on Friday when I'm thinking about it. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Payday. Payday. Oh, hi, cat. See, okay, this is going to be my fast food confession. These are my confessions. Because the Hardee's Carl's Jr. conversation is what made me think of it. Okay. Here's the thing. My favorite fast food restaurant, my favorite, my number one, my absolute go-to. Can you guess what my favorite is? Is anyone in the comments going to be able to guess my absolute favorite, utter obsession? If I could only have one fast food restaurant for the rest of my life, I would pick this one and never look back. Can you guess what it is? I might give hints, but I'm curious to see. Bye, Jane. I'm going to use this guy right here for, actually, I'll use this for lunch with Keisha, because I don't know if I'm going to grocery shop before or after. I think before. But fucking the way that I live my life, it's probably not going to happen. Okay, so what do we got here? Nobody's got it so far. We've got Wendy's, we got Sonic, we got Popeyes, McDonald's, In-N-Out, Raising Cane's, Five Guys. Although I will say that both Raising Cane's and In-N-Out would be high on my list, but neither of them are it. Cane's is so fucking good, though. Carl's Jr., Panera. Not Arby's, obviously. Yeah, not Arby's, obviously. Just looking. I feel like there's a lunch date in here somewhere, and I gotta find it. Trash day, trash day. No. Date night. No. Fuck it. Okay. So maybe what I'll do is I will put I'm gonna put this little planner because she's my planner friend. Wendy's, Taco Bell, Dairy Queen, Rally's. I don't even know what Rally's is. Panera, A&W's, Whataburger. Nope, I've never even been to Whataburger. Never been. Nope. I don't know what Rally's or Checkers is, so neither of those. Are you guys? Can I give you guys a hint? In the future, all restaurants are Taco Bell. Excellent, excellent movie reference. I don't remember what time we said. I think we said 11:30, but I will check with her. Okay, I'll give you a hint. And the hint is simple. Chili cheese fries. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. And then I want to go grocery shopping. Still nothing. Although I have had Shake Shack and it's really yummy, but no. No, it's not Sonic. It is Der Wiener Schnitzel. Good job, Patricia. Der Wiener Schnitzel. Fucking love Wiener Schnitzel so much. When I was pregnant with Kat, all I wanted for the longest time was Wiener Schnitzel chili dogs. Not just chili dogs, Wiener Schnitzel chili dogs. And there was one down the street from us, so I could go all the time. Then when I was pregnant with RJ, we were too broke and I couldn't do it. Oh, somebody's at the door. Layla's barking. Grocery shopping. My goodness, Layla. My goodness. So here's the thing with Der Wiener Schnitzel, though. So when I got here, I was looking it up. I was like, is there a Wiener Schnitzel's nearby? And there was not. And I was so sad. To the point that when I went with Kat to go get their orthodontist appointment done in September, we specifically got Wiener Schnitzels on our way to Napa. Because Napa doesn't have one either. But there was one, like, on the road to Napa, and we both wanted it. However, one thing I will say is that, and this is where the Hardee's Carl's Jr. thing made me think of it, right? So, and I'm going to just put date night right here because it's Friday the 13th. Jess and I love watching horror movies as a date night, so it's perfect timing. Anyway, so on the website, there were no Wiener Schnitzels in Colorado, and I was so sad. However, I kept driving past this place that said Wiener Schnitzel as part of the sign, and I was like, what the fuck? Apparently, there's a restaurant called Hamburger Shack, which also owns Wiener Schnitzel. So while it's a hamburger shack, you can get Wiener Schnitzel's chili dogs and chili cheese fries there. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to get some lunch there after this is over. Oh my God. Yeah, Wiener Schnitzel's is hot dogs and chili cheese fries. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, it's also so terrible, but like, it's so good. Okay, so there's Friday, and then Saturday on my list is the farmer's market, washing our sheets, and then, oh, there's another thing I need to do this week, and I didn't put it on my to-do list, and now I don't have time for it. Fuck. Well, it's on my goals. Yes, I need to find someone to clean our gutters because Jess realized that our roof is tall enough where he was going to just do it himself, but it was too scary for him. And so he's not prepared to clean our gutters out himself because our roof is so tall and steep and like pitched. So we're going to get someone to do it. Now we think someone in our neighborhood has a business. I also found out someone in our neighborhood has a car detailing business out of their house, which we went to a different place for car detailing, but I might just have them do it next time after my car gets fixed again, of course, because they're so close. I just need to have it done periodically because otherwise the dog like wrecks the car. No, Stacy, these are from Fern Creek stickers. I'm doing Krissyanne Designs pun kit next week, and I'm gonna tell my kids so they can pop into the chat because you guys know puns and me are just we're not buddies, but yet somehow I always wind up going for it. So what do we got here? I want to do farmer's market and wash sheets. Does wash sheets have a sticker on here? I thought it usually does. It does. There's wash sheets. So we'll put that here at the top. Wash sheets. And then just below it, we will put let's see here. Run errands. No. So what we'll do is we'll use this guy, which kind of matches it, to put farmer's market. And I'm not using the other full boxes because since I'm not going to use this whole kit, these two full boxes match. Like, they don't match. They're like their own separate things, but every other full box looks like it goes together. So if I save them for the next time I use it, I'll have a nice little kind of starting point since I used all the washi tape. And then on this day, it's the usual battery of, streams and whatnot. So I will just use this green guy here. I'll put it like this. And then I will put here. Where's the... it's a little dot that I'm losing somewhere. It's fine. Where is it? I saw something that I could use. Planner time. Planner time. Here we go. And I'll use a live stream sticker too. I'd just like to thank all of you for inspiring me to go get Wiener Schnitzels for lunch. Moxie, HB90, Hangout, Live, Family, Shit. There we go. All right. And that, I think, is going to be the week that I set up. Like I said, I still have shit I have to fill in here. Layla's walks, whether or not Jesse goes to work, although I'm going to suggest to him he goes Wednesday because Wednesday seems to be the best day for it for me based on my own schedule, and everything revolves around me. Don't you know that? But yeah, so we will see how this goes. I'm in a great mood. Even with the car accident happening, I'm in a really good mood, partly because just people in my family seem to be feeling a little bit better. I know I didn't talk a lot about Mother's Day today because I know it's hard for people, but just know that if it's a hard day for you for whatever reason, I'm here with you. And if it is a day you're celebrating for yourself or someone else, then I hope you have a great time doing it. And if you're not in the US and your Mother's Day is a totally different day, then have a good day. Anyway, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. If you could only have one fast food restaurant for the rest of your life, what would you have? And for me, it's Der Wiener Schnitzel. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video on your way out the door, and I'll talk to you.